Hare Krishna, Vanchakapaturvyaschara, Kripasindhudeva, Chakritanam, Bhagavyo, Vaishnaveyo, Namo Namaha. When I joined the ISKCON, I was very young. I was 17. It was the summer of 1969. And a few weeks before I joined, I was working at a summer job, and I was making minimum wage, which was about $95, $100 a week at the time. So I was driving. I was living in Long Island suburb, but only about a 30-minute drive. And I was driving my sister's car that she had my parents got my sister a car for college because she was commuting to Post, but then she transferred to BU. So it was my car, so I was driving it to use. I was driving it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night for the cream cheese and poppers. Everybody remembers the bricks. And every Sunday. So every Sunday I would bring the money that I made and put it in the conch shell. And in those days we used to put all the money in the conch. And Guy Doyle was very expert at going around and poking people with the conch shell for a donation. Like, you're going to give a donation, right? And every week Brahmananda would see me put that money into the conch shell, $100, and give me that big smile. And that smile was something that that captivated me. So I kept, after about 4 or 5 weeks, I asked Brahmananda, I said, Brahmananda, I'd like to join, but I see you're real happy when I bring the money. What would you rather have, me or the money? And he said, well, I'd like you, it'd be great if you joined, but what about the car? He said, do you come with the car? I said, Brahmananda, the car's not mine. The money is going to stop, it's just me. So he said, okay. So a few days later I came and I joined and shaved up. And the very first morning, my very first morning in the temple, 61 2nd Avenue, it's just towards the end of the summer of 69, Gadadhar, remember Gadadhar Carlson? He's not with us anymore. But Gadadhar, gave me some brass to polish. And maybe after 10 minutes, Brahmananda came out and looked at me and said, do you type? I said, yeah, I type really well. He says, come with me. And he took me to the office on East 10th Street and made me his secretary and started my career in ISKCON. Brahmananda was not just my friend, my mentor, he was my boss, my big brother. He was my whole world. And in December, when Srila Prabhupada came to Boston, the ISKCON Press was just getting started. It was ready to roll up in Boston around that time. And all of us from New York went up to Boston to see Srila Prabhupada. And when we came back, right after New Year's, when 69 turned to 70, there was, Brahmananda held an Ishtagosti. And he broke the news. And he said, I am going to Boston to take over the press. But up until that time, there was no question of New York without Brahmananda. He was always the president of New York. There was no such thing as New York ISKCON without Brahmananda. And when he gave that Ishtagosti and said, I'm leaving, there were tears, there was drama and trauma, and everybody was going crazy. And the 5 words that I heard that made my life was, and Swarup's coming with me. So I went with him because I was his secretary. And when we went up to Boston, we took this front room together, and at that point, from January to when he took Krishna book to Japan, we were inseparable. We lived in the same room together. I nursed him. Every time he had a headache, he taught me how to make the paste. Every time he had a sore throat, I made the Brahmastra juice. And he had his big B desk, and I had my little Swarup desk. But we were back to back. And sometimes I'd be working, I'd be typing and doing his letters and doing mail order work, and I'd feel this presence, and I would turn around and I'd see him just staring at me with this big smile. And I would say, what? What? I love you too. You're making me self-conscious. That smile, it just was my whole life and soul. Then when he took the manuscript to Dinapan, we all expected him to come back. But Prabhupada had a different plan. In Los Angeles, he made him a sannyasi, and he never came home. He never came back to Boston, and that was very sad for me. To tell you the truth, I was angry. I was very angry. Like, Prabhupada, why? I wanted my big brother to come home, and you made him a sannyasi. And after that, you know, so many things happened. And we lost touch for so many years. And then, last October, I see his face with sunglasses appear on Facebook. And I said, Brahmananda, it's you. And we started going back and forth and having a conversation. The first thing he said to me was, Swarup, I'm in touch with the Colemans. I didn't even know they were still alive, Alan and Carol Coleman. He said, they're always asking about you. So write to them. They want to know what's going on with you. And I started writing to them, and shortly after, Brahmananda passed, and Alan and Carol sent me here. That's why I'm here. Well, I'm here for so many reasons, but they sent me tickets to come here on their behalf and on my behalf. They were very close with Brahmananda. Carol was corresponding with him right up until the day he passed, and so was I. In fact, 2 days before Brahmananda passed, he wrote me and he said, Swarup, somebody asked me a question. When did we start wearing Brahman underwear in ISKCON? And I said, I don't know. And that was the last conversation. So my last conversation with Brahmananda was about underwear. It's all transcendental. I miss him so much. Brahmananda, Prabhu ki jai.